Across the land of Iran, or more precisely, beneath it, at depths reaching up to 500 meters, specifically under mountains and stretching along the Persian Gulf, lie secret bases and underground missile cities that almost form another hidden Iran. An Iran that exists below the surface, built not for civilians, but for war. These underground networks are packed with enormous missile and aerial destructive power, forming one of the most mysterious and controversial military infrastructures in the modern world. From these concealed locations, fighter jets, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, as well as aerial and naval drones are launched. Some of these sites function as operational bases, while others are dedicated industrial facilities for the production of missiles, unmanned systems, fast attack boats, and additional naval assets. What makes this network particularly striking is its scale. There is hardly an Iranian province that does not hide beneath it at least one fortified secret base buried deep underground and protected by multiple layers of reinforced concrete. These bases are connected through long tunnel systems, constructed using specialized and complex engineering techniques. Some of the tunnels are reportedly equipped with rail tracks and heavy-duty transport vehicles specifically designed to move missiles rapidly from storage areas to launch positions. This infrastructure allows Iran to conceal, mobilize, and potentially deploy its weapons while remaining largely shielded from direct observation or surprise attacks. Tehran has long argued that one of the primary goals behind building these underground missile cities is to neutralize satellite surveillance and deny adversaries real-time intelligence. However, the United States and its allies claim they are well aware of many of these locations. According to American assessments, digging tunnels and excavating massive underground facilities takes months, sometimes even years. During that time, construction activity, soil displacement, vehicle movement, and engineering signatures can all be monitored, analyzed, and recorded by advanced reconnaissance satellites. From this perspective, Washington argues that identifying the approximate locations of these facilities is not particularly difficult. The real challenge lies elsewhere. Even if their locations are known, destroying or penetrating such deeply buried structures is an entirely different matter. Doing so requires extremely heavy, specialized bunker buster munitions, weapons that are not easily carried by standard fighter jets and that significantly limit range and operational flexibility for bombers. This reality complicates any potential military strike and raises the cost and risks of a direct confrontation. For this reason, it appears that what Iran invested in its underground missile cities over decades may now serve its intended purpose. This comes at a time when the prospect of a comprehensive regional war appears closer than ever. Since the outbreak of the Gaza War, the Middle East has witnessed a series of reciprocal Iranian and Israeli strikes, alongside escalating tensions involving allied militias and proxy forces. Many analysts now warn that the conflict could expand into a multi-front war, one chapter of which may involve American and Israeli strikes against Iranian military infrastructure. It is within this context that the strategic importance of Iran's underground missile cities and secret tunnel networks becomes clear. These underground facilities play a critical role in protecting Iran's weapons stockpiles, including liquid-fueled missiles. Such missiles are particularly vulnerable because they can only be fueled for short periods before launch, making underground protection essential for their survivability and readiness. Although Iran officially waited until 2015 to announce the existence of its first underground missile cities, declaring at the time that it possessed subterranean facilities across the country and along the southern coastline near the strategic Strait of Hormuz, the origins of this program go back much further. Military sources indicate that the construction of Iran's first underground missile base dates back to 1984 in western Iran. This coincided with the launch of Tehran's missile program during the Iran-Iraq War, which lasted from 1980 to 1988 and exposed Iran's vulnerability to air and missile attacks. Since that period, the construction of underground military cities across Iran has continued almost without interruption. Over time, this effort evolved into a core pillar of Iran's defense doctrine. While major naval bases are concentrated in the southern regions of the country, missile cities and drone bases are distributed across nearly all provinces. Most of them are embedded within mountainous terrain, enhancing protection and concealment. Iran appears to have deliberately designed this dispersed and layered network to surprise its adversaries in the event of a future war. The goal is not only survival, but also the ability to fight back across multiple fronts, even if key facilities are targeted early in a conflict. This strategic thinking is reflected in a statement by the commander of Iran's aerospace force, Brigadier General Amir Ali Hajizad, who confirmed that there is no Iranian province in which at least one missile base has not been constructed. When examining the most prominent publicly revealed underground Iranian military facilities, one of the most notable examples is the underground air base known as Eagle 44, unveiled in 2023. According to Iranian officials, this base is massive, built deep underground, and capable of hosting and operating modern fighter aircraft. It reportedly accommodates combat jets armed with long-range cruise missiles and includes advanced command and early warning facilities, aircraft maintenance hangars, navigation systems, runways, and large fuel storage tanks. The message behind its unveiling was clear. Iran aims to ensure the survivability of its air power even under sustained attack. As for the missile bases, commonly referred to as missile cities, Iran first revealed their existence in 2015. American intelligence assessments suggest that every Iranian province contains at least one site dedicated to the storage and launch of ballistic missiles. This belief is supported by years of satellite imagery showing continuous construction and expansion projects across the country, particularly in southern and southwestern regions. In 2016, Iran unveiled an underground missile base housing missiles with ranges of up to 1,700 kilometers, shortly after the successful test of the Ahmad ballistic missile. In May 2017, the Aerospace Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps announced the construction of a new underground ballistic missile factory, which Tehran described as the third facility of its kind, reaffirming its commitment to expanding its missile program. By 2019, Iran inaugurated another underground missile manufacturing base and unveiled a new surface-to-surface ballistic missile. According to former IRGC commander, Major General Mohammad Ali Jafari, the missile had a range of 1,000 kilometers, high destructive power, and the ability to carry various types of explosive warheads. In November 2020, Iran displayed another underground missile base belonging to the IRGC and once again showcased the medium-range Ahmad ballistic missile. The Persian Gulf coastline was also incorporated into this underground network. In January 2021, the IRGC inaugurated a new base, describing it as one of several facilities used to store strategic missiles, some with ranges extending hundreds of kilometers. In March of the same year, Iran's Basij forces released images and footage from an underground missile base equipped with cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and electronic warfare systems. Later, in September 2021, IRGC Navy Commander Admiral Ali Reza Tangsiri revealed the existence of underground missile tunnels stretching more than 70 kilometers along the coast of the Sea of Oman. In May 2022, Iran unveiled a secret underground drone production base, shortly after the U.S. House of Representatives passed legislation authorizing sanctions on Tehran's drone manufacturing program. According to military sources, the secret Base 31 is located deep within the Zagros mountain range in western Iran. It reportedly stores more than 100 combat, reconnaissance, and surveillance drones hundreds of meters underground. In addition to these facilities, Iran is believed to operate a missile base in the Qajir region along the Damavand mountain route east of Tehran, considered one of the most critical strategic locations for securing the capital's airspace. Meanwhile, on Keshem Island, Iran maintains a base containing an exceptionally dense concentration of missile and military infrastructure, playing a central role in Iranian operations near the Strait of Hormuz. Today, as the shadow of war looms between Iran, its regional allies and proxy forces on one side, and Israel, along with the United States and potentially other Western powers on the other, attention is increasingly focused on Iran's secret underground military cities. The central question remains unresolved. Do these hidden networks truly provide the level of deterrence and protection that Tehran has claimed for nearly a decade, or will they ultimately be tested in a conflict unlike any the region has seen before?